So Fnatic taking Breeze. We would hope they got some good stuff. So Fnatic start on defense, KCorp on attack, and this might have caught KCorp off a little bit. But saying that, I mean, they have a new comp for it.
Something we've seen him on other maps, but he's been mostly sticking to Jet, and then Narrate going back to the Jet for, I believe, maybe even the first time in this team. He's been playing a lot of different agents, he's been playing duelists, but the Jet hasn't been something he's been pulling into often. So back to that superstar role, good opportunity for him to strut his stuff, and someone we know has the ability to do so. But yeah, this is
Tell me he's not going to take that.
I wouldn't say there's too many where Fnatic have looked comfortable.
Tell me he's not going to take this.
Initial defeat to GX, they've looked fantastic on this map.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore. Shout out to Martin here, just absolutely sending it. They pushed a lot of tube as well. They opened the door, they went back. They created a lot of pressure, so they think there's someone over towards tube. Recon goes in. And these guys over towards A are a little bit wrecked. Nice pistol so far. Recon goes in. Fake TP, even though they could have gone in here anyway. Looks like Chronicle did pretty good with the spams. Damn, double. Yeah, I thought he was going to get more though. Look at the HPs.
They have to take some fights to try and secure the control, but no one's really.
Whoa, why does this sense look insanely high?
No utility to try to take these fights. Element of surprise is what he's relying on, or his teammate Shin. Somehow picked up two, but both players remaining are low.
Okay, nicely done, bro. I need to see Shin's POV. How has he popped so many people?
Shin off camera 3K.
Never seen that one before. Literally.
He is a little bit cursed when it comes to that, but always massively high impact from him. And that's the thing I've enjoyed watching with this team is we've seen a lot of sort of young players that have come through and looked very good.
Oh,
but also
dude, he's just out. He's just out here allowed to do that.
It's a different block.
Thanks.
Like they've just put someone else in the chair. He's come on leaps and bounds.
Yeah, I talked to Zeish about him, saying like realistically for me.
Okay, on attack they're allowed one death.
And it's not that he
they are allowed one death.
But the fact that he's gotten so much
that is it. Gamble stack from Fnatic. Looks like a full-person pushing elbow.
He wasn't just given the spot. They said, okay, you can fight for the spot. He earned it.
Yeah, we'll see what they get from that. We've got Sun Armless with the 17 months. Thank you for the tier 1, bro. I appreciate that. And Jelly Trousers with the Prime. Thank you so much, man. Thank you very much, Jelly. Welcome into Slug Club. And thank you for the 17 months, son.
It's always nice to try and do it the first time.
Yeah, I mean,
they've definitely spotted
dude, they're so on top of the fact that no one's window. That's pretty funny.
Fnatic players being pushing down mid.
Yeah, I mean, they're all going to be here early. We'll see how much. They can, again, they're allowed a death.
Yeah, all around the back of Pyramid, wide open as well. Nice and easy take, and the plant to be acquired. But here's the thing, Fnatic are getting up close there. They're even spamming the wall.
Unlucky not to get that kill.
Martin, though, steps up for two. One player dropped already. Anything else is going to be damaged, and there it is already confirmed. Magnum on low HP has to be so careful. Still shock darts in play for Leo, but he won't get a chance to use them here.
They did unreal damage though. Double armory by 2 guns, that might be good.
KC shock dart in, it's good, but Magnum repositions, just about dodges that death blow. With a player
you just want to save this?
At this point, Leo, 20 HP and a rifle. He could save it through to the next. He's looking for a fight instead. Oh, he would have had
I tell you what, though, it's a huge win. Yeah, they get a gun. This is double armory by 2 guns. It's a very good eco.
Yeah, losing one of the rifles as well is definitely going to be one of the worst cases for them in these sort of rounds. And I'll actually be curious to see how much they reinvest into the next round.
The format for Shanghai, yeah, and I know what it is, but it hasn't been announced yet. It's a little bit different. It'll be interesting. It could be fun.
By the way,
like a mix of a couple of things that we've seen before.
For the side of Fnatic, but the main thing for KC is that they've stabilized. And that's the thing that's interesting going into this match.
When does it get announced? I'm not sure. I'm not allowed to say anything. I know that much. Let's just say winning playoffs is huge. Like, giant.
The same thing can be said for the other side. It's very similar parallels. For KC though, they didn't have the time to prepare. They were offered a Masters event. You can be a little bit.
They do the normal wall, but they extend it to go over towards tube. I kind of like that.
the end of the day, this
Okay,
season
massive
doesn't
buy
chalk
round
up
for
to too
Fnatic,
much
and
of
we'll
an
see what they
impressive
want to
feat
be
for either
doing.
squad,
I
right?
like
We
this
talk
wall that
about
blocks
the team
vision, and
being
then they
one of
decide
the
to go
core
aggro over towards here with the
GX.
Yoru a lot. Pretty
Gentlemates,
good.
They should.
Gentlemates is decent.
This
but
is
the other two
this is
prove
pretty
to be
much our
no
default in
contest.
Coach
Depends on the
Potatoes. It's
day.
very strong, man.
Also true.
Just the drone through the
Week
bottom
one,
here, and then
week
you can
two,
actually
very
just
different from what we saw later on. Same
push
thing
through
except for
tube.
Giant X.
And for mates, some weeks they'd get
Wait, that's
12
nice.
rounds total. Sometimes they get it in a map.
Yeah. So it's a big scalp to take either
The
way.
teams know the
for either
format.
of
They
these
do
squads.
now,
It'll be the
yeah.
biggest victory for them thus far. You can see a slow approach to this round with KC having so many weaknesses. It's not like they're going to look for open fights with most of their players. You can see Narrate trying to force a duel with a Vandal in hand. Durka's worrying me a little bit. He could drop out of here and cause
Taking a little bit,
absolute chaos.
taking a little bit of time on this one. They get a lot of map
Aggressive
control.
position
Knife
before
goes
he
in over
engages the
towards A.
catch
That
and
might help the
pushes
call
him
for this
down.
one. And the
But he
call
comes
is
in
a fake
towards
over
the doors.
towards B with a
Players
split onto
getting
A.
close.
And this
Just
is
below.
very nice. Chronicle has to do a
It's
lot
right
here.
next to it. We could have Yoru on Yoru action at any moment. Chronicle, though, under a little bit of pressure. He goes down. That could be another gun into their hands. He's
He
at
did
least
great, to
taken
be
down
honest with
one,
you. He
but that
really
was
did.
only a pistol
Durka on the
fire.
fast flank
So a real
behind him. Still got
opportunity
no
for KC to
plant.
get themselves
No
an
one went
upgrade.
over towards A main, so they should be a little bit scared of it.
I mean, the fact that Tamazi's still sticking around, that position could be very valuable in mid, but no one is making their way towards him. Holding off on the doors, not good for post.
He doesn't get anything with the surprise there.
Aggressive spots, Martin,
Hold up.
good.
This is looking
Take the first
unreal
as
for
poster
KCorp right
down.
now.
Durka even putting out the decoy, not following up on the back of it. They're just biding their time and taking these fights. Eventually, it has to come through. Narrate dropped. Okay, sight control isn't great, but the flank from Tamazi is expected. Leo turned on a dime to take him down. Now the sight control doesn't really have that backup, but the
The
time
time
is
is pretty low. It's not a good plant for the other guy. Okay, that's round done. I still liked how KCorp played this though. They played it super slow, just trying to make sure that the Yoru TPs, if they are using TPs, is kind of just burnt out. And then they tried to fake it as well, just in case they saved them, right? So push over towards B with the decoy and the jet, with the wall invested, and then just a walk up late over towards A. Maybe they're playing off the fact that Fnatic don't like to take A main too much, because they didn't really have much A main control here.
It definitely could have gone a little bit worse, got a little bit more dicey. And for now, you're looking at the ultimates that are already there. Shin with those early kills got himself a Viper's Pit.
Right, big buy rounds. We've got two people that can't buy next, and someone's already on a stinger anyway.
Still a really good opportunity for
Boaster?
KC to break back immediately.
Okay.
A good chance indeed. Off rip. We're going to see Martin pop the ult, move towards A, and see that it's wide open yet again. Fnatic have been pretty content to play without this control. Sometimes after losing a player, this time, even before that, Martin looks to remedy it. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's just using the ult up close to yellow, causing confusion, TPing to mid and taking down Durka. Huge impact in this round already, and pushing and pulling Fnatic, getting the sight
It's an
control on the plant on the
absolute
back of it.
shot.
Chronicle
We got
keeps
Sova
up
ult as well.
one.
Sova ult
He's
stop
made this a bit more
plant?
manageable
No,
for
not
the
on this
squad.
one.
Sure, Fnatic
Just
have a
another
weakness still.
retake, and we got early control. It's a nice Viper ult in terms of the amount of spread here as well.
Viper's Pit now puts a thorn in the side of this Fnatic retake, and that makes it a
Yeah,
little
and the
bit
big
worse.
money
Got a little
rounds
work out of Tamazi
has
too.
been
We
won.
don't even get to see it
Fnatic
because
have to
Martin
eco
picking up
next.
the
They
kill
decide
on
to
red.
save money. We've
They
got
had the double up.
four
There was two
people that
players
keep
in
all
a
the guns.
crossfire in mid, just waiting for that player to
And
attempt to
Tamazi's probably
rotate.
got a kill
And now
here.
Tamazi's even going to go hunting. Now, he doesn't have a mass amount of finances himself, but I think he's heard the steps. He knows that Boaster's already trying to wrap back into the site. He'll spot him out, not quite quick enough, but maybe expects for there to be a second player. Definitely taking this a little
The
bit
format got
careful.
announced.
You can
Wait, when
see
did that
there's
happen? Just
three
now?
Players looking to try and wrap in and take those guns away, trying to hold on as long as possible, and it looks like they will be able to keep the weaponry.
10 minutes ago, dude, that's wild.
Surge
Just we were
around with
talking about it.
A decent take off the back of the ultimate, and Fnatic are going to have to try and scrape.
Yeah, it's
a
kind of
buy.
nuts, right? The picking thing's a bit wild.
It's been a very slow approach to a lot of these rounds. On the side of KC, pumping
They heard me
bullets,
talking about it, so
causing
yeah,
some
so they
chaos
just
with
did it.
ults
Yeah.
going to yellow, TPs to mid, double stack up late. And I think it's frustrating for Fnatic to play against it. You see it in the player cam there for Turka and in Zeish's enthusiasm as they're now sat 3-1.
So, but yeah, so basically securing or
or
winning playoffs in your region should, unless you're like the last
make
pick,
this one
should
doable.
kind of secure you top
After that,
4, which is wild.
expecting there to be lighter shields.
Kind of
Totally
nice as well. You
uncomfortable
get to go
Durka
to
as
Shanghai, you get a bit of time to
Jump the
actually
outlaw,
make some new
potentially pick off
strats.
some of these players, and the one tucked in that corner
a very good position to be in.
You can see the gamble this time with the A site being the heavier presence. That's where they put Alpha. He's been a little bit out of the action so far. So I know a decent performance yesterday.
Okay, so 2 hero guns got saved. We got Silver ult, and bro, this is gonna be a long game. Because KCorp are in to play slow, and I think Fnatic are gonna play slow as well.
Now it looks like that young Turkish player is gonna come under pressure after all.
Without a doubt, KC stacked up for A. Alpha about to be revealed. He'll step into the cage. He'll catch the decoy. The Hunter's Fury slows them. Does damage. Allows Alpha to get even closer. Now tucked in the corner. I mean, he's not getting out of here, surely.
Bro, he had your ult.
Makes it worthwhile. Buys time for Leo to get
Why is he looking behind? He had his ult. Give him info.
A shot onto Shin. Leaves Tamazi alone against the whole squad of Fnatic. A flank underway from Durka. Chronicle and Boaster holding sight, but it will be Durka with the challenge. Oh, in fact, no.
Being anti-flash on that? I mean, he was waiting for the TP.
Either way, that will be denied. It will be impossible
It's solid.
for KC to find any value. With 3 players left alive on Fnatic, rifles retrieved. Hell of a way to take the second round.
Yeah, no, the Alpha's just aggressive positioning. I like the fact that they use the Hunter's Fury just to create things in a little bit more of a disjointed way. And that just
Still got his 2. Oh, he still did
that
incredibly
second
well.
rifle, they only had the 2
Recon was
of them,
about
but it
to
was the
scan
right
him, goes
place
into the
at
cage.
right time. And a big round coming out of Fnatic. It was one where they really didn't have much in terms of their investment. But they managed to pull off nigh on a miracle. Now for the other side, KC are going to be able to scrape a buy.
Okay, we get another round that is pretty big in terms of it, but KCorp can't buy next, whereas Fnatic can.
For now, at least.
And we actually see something a little bit faster. Where's the Euro TP? Oh boy, 3 people for Fnatic here though.
Deep down within the
Like this change up. Fnatic changed up pretty early to having Cypher over towards A.
Quick CP in, decoy leading the charge. First
Whoa.
to begin, perhaps. In fact, it's Chronicle, and Boaster dropped by the man
Why does he feel
himself.
so comfy to get out you to it?
Martin's having one hell of a start to this. Even last
Yeah,
round,
Martin's frying right now.
Crosshair back and forth, wary of that TP, and that's exactly why the damage is done. And Fnatic, seconds into the round, Tom, they're faced with a retake or a save.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's the switch up of composition. Obviously, this is one we've already seen before. It's not anything particularly
I mean,
new.
in theory, they had a strong hold here.
Disruptive and
But
aggressive and I think for KC,
yeah, the util
this
out.
is the perfect composition. You have 2 players that fit magnificently within that bracket of just lunatics. Like you look at Martin, you look at Narrate, they are willing to do whatever is called. They will run straight into the site together and that trade off each other perfectly. And that's the case most of the time. You're going to send Martin in, he's expected to either get one or die, and then you have Narrate as the follow-up.
These are some long chill rounds at the moment with not too much happening. No one's hunting. Dude, I hope this doesn't become like a thing where everyone just wants to save money.
Near untouchable. 4 rounds for the attack side of KC, building up round after round. And as I said, coming into this map, this is somewhere I expect Fnatic to do well. They have done well, because it's been a little while since we saw KC. They picked the map as well coming through, but when you come up against a guy like this, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do. No pause can prepare you for that.
Time to jump.
And with that, money's good for everyone. Everyone's got a lot of money.
A full buy ult on Chronicle as well, and well, they may be needing it.
It's again giving me some flashbacks. This is already the 2nd time, by the way, these had this ult. Just based on the amount of kills he's getting.
Does he
They're
wanna...
actually going to try and use that Hunter's Fury to get themselves a freebie. Huge. Taking out Althea is a massive kill on the site as well. You mentioned Chronicle.
Do they not have anti-care?
Not even have an opportunity to use it. In fact, he's gone. Durka managed one as a trade, but with the site forward,
It is a lovely combo from KCorp. I don't think there's much you can do about this against this combo. That's the thing. It's so strong.
Rotations of Fnatic back through, but filling back in that space. The late flank, I doubt will play any role. He's going to go for it anyways. All they have to do on site is delay, and they've got exactly what they need for that. Close flash from Martin. Gate crash out. Staggered them. Narrate stays down by the doors, and here's his reward for his patience. Boaster's cross completely unaware. There's the
Yeah, they are getting so wrecked, man.
He's gonna have a smile on his face after that one, and I think that kill has forced Fnatic into a save. But
I feel like they're like there's a big thing of changing up comps at the moment. A lot of new comps seem to be getting so much value.
Durka and Leo Take any weapons.
I haven't seen
from their hands,
anything
make this a much
too
more difficult
mad
next
from
round, and his
Fnatic
positioning,
to
his timing is
warrant the map
perfect.
pick
But Fnatic
over like an
don't go all the way
icebox.
to the site. They're playing inside the spawn. The rate will have to push all the way up to try to get them. Time is running out, and he's just about caught in time.
Not much you can do about this round though in terms of Fnatic. Like that combo is just too strong. That is it. It pretty much guarantees you a kill.
For a lot of the players on Fnatic, and it was Leo that dragged them through a couple of rounds.
KCorp timeout. Wait, okay. Wait, are we sure? I'm pretty sure in game that said KCorp timeout.
And it was just because it seemed like a couple of people came in a little bit sleepy. Now versus a team like KC, they're going to have plans for almost every single round. That's one of the things I've
This makes way more sense. It's a Fnatic one, but
is when they have a certain ult, when they have a certain piece of utility, they always have an idea behind it. The round before last, a quick execution on.
This will be interesting. So I've only ever seen one set strat with the Yoro ult from them. The one where they play 2 middle and Chronicle faces over towards B.
Then we're just going to steamroll into the site. None of the players afraid to take those battles.
So I'm hoping they go for something different.
Just in case anybody tried to rotate. And that was 2 players down within what, 20 seconds on the side of Fnatic. Like they were gone so fast that they haven't even had time to play with rotations. That's something that normally Fnatic's very good at. Is you make contact, you get information, and then they have 3-4 players. We saw that quite often if you go back to even Lotus or something like that when they play versus Liquid yesterday. How many times have we seen them even get 3 players on the right side of the map? I think once. So it really has been a rough time with KC just being so quick to the point that Fnatic can't be ready for it.
I was taking a look at the faces there. A different pause out of Fnatic than what we normally see. I think this is a bigger challenge. Usually there's some sign of life. There's a small
change up is
right back on course, but
nothing too much. They at least don't go for the aggro strat that they've been planning. And he has been annihilated.
They call a pause to change things up, and that's when Narrate
yeah, Narate's had enough of this.
He's just going to go straight into the angle.
Brings out the attack up.
And that's a big player for Fnatic in the sense of he's the guy rotating.
What the hell is that?
That's not a trap I think I've seen before. My goodness, they really have extended the range.
But he plays close.
At least if he quadruple updrafts, he'll still get caught.
If you're the guy that bumps into that trip, you're just going to be infuriated. It's like, where I could have walked anywhere else.
I've never seen this,
though, I feel like it's more likely that Alpha's dead before they walk into the trip, so I think it was for his dash. It almost worked. I'm on the crossfire.
Oh, the recovery. Dude, I thought he was so done. The recovery there was so nice. He's had a little reset. Yeah, he went for a little reset on that. It was perfect.
Timing there almost got the better of him. There's a drone on the way. His reposition will be spotted, most likely, and indeed, yes. Now revealed.
Well, you got to imagine there's some shock darts coming for you.
Clutches have been out of this world. Another reveal goes through. They know exactly where he is. Shockey's on the way. Shin around the left, looking for the angle. He could isolate a duel, and he did, but the shot wasn't landed, and now this becomes so much more difficult. First snake bite used. Buying a little bit of time, another chance. But this time not hit either.
Damn, bro, that was sick.
He saw it land.
That's a little bar that he hit that off.
There's a little bit of a gap. They've tapped it, and Shin doesn't want to go swinging. He's only 57 HP. Pros don't fake, but this time they
Hey, respect, man. But that was a nice try. That was impressive. That molly was actually impressive. You get a nice try in my books for that one.
Push up in the form of Chronicle and Alpha, and a lot of that came off to a huge individual play from Chronicle. It was all a bait in the end with his teammate going down, focused. And he's just able to isolate every single battle to win them that round. We know they've got heroes, Fnatic always have. It's can they turn this into something consistent? Because right now they've won, well, 1 round 3 times. And it has been a lot of individual plays. This has been a very good adjustment. Like we saw before, Alpha in that corner.
Yeah, not again, bro.
Right, he's not going through the wall. He is going through the
okay,
wall.
nicely done from Dirk and not to rechange this. Yeah, I don't like their chant too much.
Martin to emerge, a free kill on the operator. Good control for him as well. That's the kind of wall that we've seen put out of Fnatic to allow those aggressive 2 pushes. But the attempt to counter it has not worked out this time with the man disadvantage. One of the better starts that Fnatic have been able to find.
Yeah, he was the man that when you look back to Fnatic's battle versus Na'Vi, they won this map quite convincingly. It was mainly because
In no trips, they still don't know where the Cypher is at the moment. Is this for the camera?
That day. Oh, that's for the cam. If it was going to be there on that side of the map, it isn't. Tamazi, though, trying to find something. This is a round where already losing Martin, he has been the real danger man so far in this matchup. But Chronicle goes hunting.
Yeah, hold up. We get a little Viper wall on this one as well. Alpha leaves the site. Got 2 kill trips. Now can't get a kill off the trip.
Getting aggressive on B, tries to draw, rotates, in fact ends up bringing 3 players to the B side, like you said, Tom.
Bro, it all falls apart as soon as that kill happens over towards Tube, even in the 5v4. They have Durka's ult to retake.
Despite their fake not working as intended, Fnatic can get back through.
They got a good wall to retake.
The human drone clearing all of these angles, spotting one on the backside. A second about to be seen. That's the operator now. Taking stock of, and I think they might even have caught Shin. Flash as he's back into this corner.
Oh, I like this though. This is cool.
And now an angle that forces Shin into taking another fight, one that Alpha will win. And a decoy even tanks the first shot of the operator, but the Blade Storm backup is
no
good
cages for this.
2 versus 2. And the spike still to be defused. Nice shot from Narrate.
Double swings. You jump out.
Again, just in case Leo was that little bit closer.
Not even.
Tap draws him out into the open.
Yeah, they played it so well. Bro, it's so back and forth in terms of the rounds.
Well, he was going to take Tamazi down with him one way or another. That spike was cleaning the side up.
Yeah, they wanted to remove every single piece of weaponry that Fnatic have had, and it's an immediate response. Once again, a good start this time, at least from Fnatic, but there's always another. Always a response. And in this scenario, it came down to just those last couple of players. Narrate on that operator with a Blade Storm in hand. You always had faith that he was going to be damaging in this round. And now you look at what's on the board for Fnatic. Because that's it, when they've been losing rounds, they've at least managed to maybe keep a couple of players, keep a couple of guns. This time that didn't happen, and you can see how costly that is.
Yeah, especially after winning the previous, then coming straight in and losing.
Can they actually win 2 in a row? Bro, this is a bit of a nightmare for Fnatic at the moment.
Look at KC's approach to the round.
that was a really weird round from them, I'm not gonna lie. The 4v5 into lose 1 at Tube into leave A, so you can't get anything off your kill trips. I know they're playing passive because they want to retake with the ult, but I like that they tunnel vision too hard with that, maybe.
With these weaker weapons, it's the only place that Fnatic can really hope to find value outside of Durka just popping off. And, well, he's about to have a challenge. Tamazi is moving up to mid.
Could be nice for Durka. It takes a...
Almost caught by the timing. Almost caught again by the timing.
Yeah, the amount of pressure over towards A makes him leave A. Then got someone in Tube now as well, and then we can activate the luck, bro. KCorp are completely controlling the map. What is that, though?
Leo actually gets a second through the wall, but even still, they're in a deficit.
Still pretty fine. Like, they're everywhere at the moment. They're playing so good.
The X-player exterminating Fnatic, and now Boaster, Stinger, 1 versus 3. Last time they played this,
Fnatic need to take somewhere.
In the entire match.
They gotta take somewhere, like fight A. Probably put some kind of trip early here. Like, they're getting wrecked in Tube. Maybe open Tube, put a trip here early.
We know that Viper utility has been having value. There's no doubt about it, but at least removing an extra weapon, making things that little bit more costly. There isn't the same backup cash for KC, but to be honest, we're getting towards the latter stages of the half. The value of it does start to become more insignificant.
Yeah, at 7-3, I don't really care if you can lose 2 rounds and still buy. Won't be much left to play for. Oh, that's a disaster for Boaster. I mean, tough enough that Magnum is jumping through the wall, but could have at least got the first kill on the board. Hey, KC 7-3, 4-round gap. The attack side not showing any signs of slowing down. All the Fnatic can find is a round here or there, and there's an immediate response every time. In fact, the last successful round they have is baiting a change in setup, having Chronicle tucked in the corner.
Kills, not kills.
Oi, oi, oi. Oi, what are you doing? You get Martin, come on. Come on now.
Just a small bit.
We're trying to stay silent about that on the stream, and Martin's just out here calling him out.
If I'm on Jake's team, to be honest, that'd still be. You gotta give it some time. Well, 2 rounds left to play for. Good money for KC no matter what. And the real issue for Fnatic is it. Look, it can be an okay half, 7-5.
Bro, look how much of the map they dominate. Like what is Fnatic controlling right now? Like, are they okay? Like, are they actually okay? They play so far back.
This time they're putting Durka back into Tube.
You've got, like, I just don't.
It's been an issue for them over the last couple of rounds. We saw Magnum go in that direction in the last to cause them problems. Shin the round before, managing to pick off Chronicle. This time they are pushing into the Viper Cypher. Normally a lot of delay, but Narrate's already through. He's already in. Boaster's gone within seconds, and actually so is Alpha. This is meant to be a setup that's difficult to break down. They've just walked in like they own the place.
Holy, they make this look easy. Yeah, that was a stroll in.
Leo's running away. The rest of the team
Oh my god. They're annihilating them.
Dominating right now.
And they're not giving him any quarter either. Look at Shin's spot. He's waiting on A. They know this player hasn't fully wrapped back yet. Don't know if they will clear this angle. In fact, they definitely will. Guns looking, shots fired, good connection by Leo. That's 2 under his belt already. Another 1v1 fight. It's not even for the round anymore, it's only for the weapon in his hands. For the few credits that they could string through because they're low on credits. They need this 3.
Holy.
In fact, Leo standing alone against all of KC. Again, even the ace wouldn't win him the round, but style points would certainly be accrued. 4 bullets left, a player right on top, and Shin finally takes him down. 8 rounds for KC.
It's good for his scoreline, at least.
Yeah, they might have all died in the end. They have credits. It doesn't really matter. The real travesty. In fact, even some of these
Boaster's just Boaster's just wishing that was him, man. Boaster wants to be able to save his guns like this. Like, come on, man. Just give him that confidence frag.
Genuinely possible, but
Let's just be watching it like, dude, that could be me, man. Could be me. Why'd I have to anchor sights?
This round he threw it in just as a last-ditch effort because they're getting bodied.
Oh, they're getting annihilated. Like, it's not even. No, it's not great right now. It is not great. Let's see. Let's look at the map control. Okay, we use the same Viper ult we've used 3 times, so we probably know the setup of this Viper ult.
Viper's Pit has actually been used in Tube. That's how much they've had enough of that position. They just go, yeah, screw it, go for a Viper's Pit then.
I mean, I think this pit, yeah, look, we can see it there from third person. It's very nice because it comes down and blocks the double doors. But again, KC, they've only got Tamazi moving around that area, and he's been lurking to catch these Fnatic players on rotate. They haven't had 3 players towards the site. 1 is stuck inside the pit, but there is ultimately another 2 here to fight. It looks like they made the right read on the side of Fnatic. Lost 1 player on the way through, almost lost Leo. But he's just
we haven't got a plan yet. What's the server doing? The server know he has Spike.
And put on the right-hand side of site with Boaster dropped. That pit inside a tube is now gone. It's wide open. And the cage used actually buys a little space for Tamazi. Nice shot. Alpha's keeping it competitive. Still a 3v3.
Fnatic are going to start worrying about B soon.
Needs to be planted. Magnum is sitting way back, but he's on his way now, spike in hand, to grab this plant actually around the side. He's going for where the orb is.
Just to try and give them vision off it if they were to fall back. A lot of damage still done onto Leo. Durka as well is going to be desperately low on HP. And Magnum's already going to find out the danger man. Can Durka get anything done? He's not going to last much longer, and now it's left all onto Alpha. He'll meet the same fate. On the map choice of Fnatic, KC have come in. And this is a masterclass.
A rough half? Oh yeah, super rough half. I like how KCorp played it away. They played it very well. They were so slow, but they got given so much space that it was like, hey, what is that, dude?
The guy was full blind from his own flash, still grabs the kill. There really is just no stopping him. And this is the real concern, Tom, because I come into this series, I look at the veto, I'm thinking we're going to go to Lotus and have a crazy, exciting game. I'm going to get to see Durka's Odin rattling off again. And we know the Fnatic's comeback ability is second to none, but Breeze...
That is true. Fnatic do like to come back. They're good at that.
The results were on and off.
Ray the Wizard, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the Prime. Thanks for the 6 months. Thank you very much, mate.
And yet, it come in here,
I think that's an essence that makes it fun for you. I think that's... I think Valorant being like a little bit snowbally works well because other regions can have good runs at events and stuff like that. You can get upsets, so it is like, I think having those little elements like that is good.
9-3 yesterday.
Is the Viper ult on Horse legit? Oh no, it's a good ult. Like, I'm not actually dissing the setup. I'm just saying they've done it 3 times. Like, it's a good ult.
Incredibly clean, but just giving you the facts.
You block off 2 giant choke points. It's pretty good.
Needs to connect.
It's because it leaks over towards doors, but it's good.
They're looking to not just win this round, but win it clean at that. Not a single player
right.
really taking much
Let's see if they've still got this. They are the kings of comeback.
It's a start. Now all they need to do is string together a second round, which has so far evaded them on this map.
Yeah.
But it will be a little bit easier.
If they don't do it in this one, then we have to call into question what's going on.
Yeah. At that point, we will be thinking just about bind. And Fnatic will be in quite one. Just classics for the most part, for now at least. A few seconds left for any crazy upgrades.
Oh, it's
but no,
18-5 and it's 9-4.
They've got a lead and no need to throw it away. The ideas, though, are what I'm always curious about, because in these rounds, you're not going to win in 1v1 duels. Instead, you're going to use your numbers a lot of the time. The knife catches 2, but they might not know those 2 are up and elbow. Luckily,
and he just gets out of here. 5+ on push. We get a free sight over towards A. And let's see who can die. We've got 2 people that are allowed to go down. Did you see the recon deep over towards here? You got to think that something's up. And Leo at the moment is closest to ult, so he might get thrown one of these guns and be able to hunt.
They managed to do.
He is currently alone with the gun, and that is why Alpha's running back to come help him.
There's always been a team that have been incredibly good if they want to force with those stingers or even coming in with low buys. But in this scenario, they've just decided to go for absolutely nothing. They've invested only into utility that will be used in the next round. And I guess if things got a little bit close in this one, maybe they'd throw a piece or 2 in.
Yeah, there's been a lot of exit kills, that's true.
And get right back into the buys, which, to be honest, thus far, they have been fantastic.
And KCorp get away with giving them no kills? Dude, Alpha and Boaster are just in positions to get him.
Alpha's going to be sent on the hunt, only has a pistol.
That's 1. He might get a lot here.
Ooh,
that's nice. Double body.
Orbs,
yeah, and Boaster, you can just drop down if you want.
Necessarily want going for it, just because the ultimate you get on the other side.
Boaster, go get some confidence kills.
Mission success. 9-5. 4-round gap for Fnatic. 2 rounds strung together at long last, and now a pretty decent follow-up round. I mean, you can already see there the buy that they're getting through, and it's going to be pretty stacked in terms of rifles. But this is where KC have ran away with things previously.
He's going to buy up anyway.
Those early rounds are.
Wanted to save the armor?
That a switch in sides is going to have as much of an effect as it needs to. Perhaps Fnatic being able to group, being able to approach these fights together is the key to success.
Right, Fnatic on their big buy rounds, and it is a big buy rounds. We got Magnum who buys a... Oh, wait, this is huge, man. Magnum gets an Outlaw into the first buy round, and they all have light armor apart from Alpha. Marzi's out on his own, which is a little bit of a worry, but he's a god. Still did good, man. Pressure over towards here, vision block, and look at this, man. They are on top of this.
And the rotation came in from KC, but they've...
Yeah, I'm really scared of Magnum can just own this round. They did some good research.
Successful trade. The thing is, KC are having to expend a lot of...
Fnatic just been buying light armor all the time still.
That is where they expected to have a stronger hold.
Standing ahead.
And although there's a couple of players close...
Yeah, it looks like KCorp gambled wrong a little bit on this one. How are they going to be able to retake? Wait, they've got nothing to retake and they don't have a wall.
Even for a while, they had Narrate still around this area. They had
okay, chat. I don't want to call it too early, but the comeback is so on. This is a hard retake.
A spot that Narrate occupied earlier for great value. Alpha will now do much the same. Tucked in. Waiting for someone to walk right past, and the steps are being heard. There's 2 that he can hear on his way. We can see Narrate is close as well. Big opportunity for Alpha here, and he converts it. 2 kills. The Fnatic squad now seem to have this one locked in. The damage done to Magnum.
Yeah, and they round the world as well, and they double round the world. Actually, can't lose this round.
No room for KC to get onto that site. Boaster just needs to slow them down somewhat. There's his first kill. He's on the board. As our Fnatic, not just
Yeah,
with
he
two
didn't
in a
even
row,
need the confidence kill. Just waited for this one. I get another here. Oh, that's my bad.
He's still here. Can still try and do a little bit of damage before he falls, but Fnatic will
Hey, this was a good round from them, though.
players standing. Their bonus more than successful.
Chat, you were blaming me for a round loss, and now you're blaming me that he didn't double his kills. You lot need to relax yourself.
Literally a few rounds ago, I thought for a second that there was going to be a moment Tamazi just managed to pop off, but Chronicle is just shut him down through a cage and a wall.
Gotta get the slow-mo
As if
on
you
it,
just
too.
slow-moed his first kill. That's so toxic.
Nice. Oh, yeah, I don't know what Boaster's favorite map is, but if I had
That
to
is
guess his
savage,
least
man.
favorite.
It was there was an ECS game, like one of the second ECS games. But Eamon, not to call him out too heavy, but Eamon, the manager of Liquid Valorant, I think it was a Liege, went like 0 to 15 the whole game, and for the highlight package, he did all of his deaths. It was the most savage thing I've ever seen a replay guy do.
KC now. After last round where this same sort of execution
Was
put
the
into
most brutal thing I have ever seen.
play. Might not have expected a full commitment this time, but that's exactly what they've got. All 5 players looking now to try and retake, and there is an incredibly long flank coming out from Alfia, but I think the round will be over before he gets there.
Yeah, he's actually flanking for the next round to get positional advantage.
Well.
So,
Guys, I made it! Where is everyone? I'm flanking.
I've got two, I've got two.
Wait, I'm flanking, I'm flanking, wait.
Well, 2 rounds in it, Tom. It has become somewhat of a closer game than we were expecting.
Oh,
when we
it's
swapped again.
mate, it's close now. Not even a close game, it's close now. They're on the easiest side, they got a lot of money. They should get all their ults first.
Nice round.
Nice round indeed. 2 to go before they can equalize things up.
Yeah,
and
and
this is where KC called for a timeout.
Eng's thinking the
Starting
same
to get into
thing.
the meat of things. After such a dominant first half, it's been a while since they found a round. Few things have been going wrong. A little sneaky position at Alfia round before. This is where they need to steady the ship for that final push, taking Fnatic's map pick, setting themselves up for a 2-0 on Bind and a free flight to Shanghai.
I like the whiteboard in the background. Just highlighted, win or lose together. And it does feel like that's what this KC team has. Now, we spoke a lot yesterday about how Fnatic were able to get an
Why are you here?
But in this scenario, I've always been a big fan of Eng and the way that he sort of views the game. He's someone that definitely has solid reads, solid adaptations, or even just knows the right moment to try and pick his players out of the dirt. 4 rounds in a row definitely seems like an appropriate time to try and pick something up. Even though it's only been a singular buy round. I'm curious to see if they'll do anything
Rockabilly
to try and
Rhino,
stack
thank you
up
so much for the
Fnatic.
7
It seems
months,
like
man. Thank you.
Fnatic have, in the
Think
early
so,
rounds
bro. I think you're allowed to do
looked
that.
to try and put the pressure on him, on that solo Cypher setup. For now, at least, looks like we might see a bit more pressure put towards Tube, and for Fnatic, building up again for more of a default.
The more games I cast with Leo, the more I wonder if there's just some sort of a statistical error with tallying his stats. Guy doesn't seem to die.
Oh no,
The rate-
it's a jet
Oh,
though.
he's out of here. He is out of here. Dash at least secures him a second lease of life, but Tamazi becomes the new target. Durka up close,
What?
not going to be caught by a decoy, but TPing onto the backside now. Good position to play from as the wall drops, but Martin behind a wall of his own swings out into Durka. Good trade back. Fnatic keep the control and extend upon it. With Magnum down and Narrate.
I mean, he
fairly
must
low.
have been seen because
Yeah, the call has been
the
made.
KO's done
A
damage,
save
right?
yet
So the
again.
KO's
A
calling.
lot of these rounds have gone down
Chronicles
like that. First
Chronicles
aggression
calling for that,
and
right?
immediate
There was no
save call.
pings. I know that much.
Yeah, it seems like both sides. A lot of the rounds have been completed within the first 30, 40 seconds. It's
That was
been
nuts,
very,
mate.
very fast-paced gameplay, and I don't think either team have really been able to adapt to it. I also just like the fact that we've seen the combination of utility to initially take out Tamazi. As I said, he's been a target. That's someone, I don't know if that's the research being done by Fnatic, just to go, okay, they like to leave this man out to dry. Let's just pressure him, be it with utility, be it with even putting the last burst of the
Who about
Hunter's Fury to
fragging
try and take
IGLs?
him out.
Boo and
And
John
then they even
QT.
just
I
have
mean,
this sort
Boo
of
and John
fast-paced
QT are
push to
fragging
make
heavier.
sure
I
that
think we're
nobody can
starting
really
to
get
see, and this
out of
happened in
position,
CS as well. You're
because they
starting to see a
already had to
slow
lock
pivot
it
into the
out.
fact
It's
that
like
you might need to frag a bit heavier as IGL.
IGL.
Also, it might be a little bit enhanced because of the maps. Like, this is an aim map. This is a straight up aim map. You got these other maps where majority of the time you can cover it up by using like a judge and stuff.
Maybe it's just
So you can't really do that on this
I
map.
just want to see Leo get killed by someone. It's not.
Whoa.
Well, okay, all according to plan. He saved that one through. Definitely doesn't regret taking that shot. Yeah, no, Leo has died 5 times this map. It's 9-8.
This was nuts,
It's an
bro.
incredibly close game, and I think it comes back to what I said at the end. A lot of these rounds have gone down to like a burst of aggression and a save.
You're gonna replay that?
One of those 5 deaths was literally 5 players hunting him down, and they only barely got it across the line.
I think that makes me
Okay, so they know they have an op, so it's just gonna be find the op and get out of there. And we have a cam that can spot this.
That round was not a retake as a group.
Oh.
That was Martin trying to fight the world.
I mean, they found out where it is. Easy call to be.
It worked. Now it's not. We need to see a change. We need to see them starting to actually work a little bit better.
Yeah, this money is out of control.
Coordinated unit.
It really
And they
is.
have actually changed things up a little bit. Looking to try and stack up some control here. The problem is, the weaponry they have is an awful lot
Okay, they
worse.
create a bit
Other
of
than
pressure
already
over
having
towards
an
B,
operator, and that's why
and
they
they're
left him
hoping
solo
that the
on A.
ops rotate, right? Or at least there's some kind of stack here and the ops on its own.
Any sort of stacks that you see going down, I think
Dude, just use the Yoro ult, man. Just use the Yoro ult. I'm not enjoying what I'm watching on the minimap. Make it easy, yeah.
These setups, ult used by Durka. And this is going to be a little bit of information for the squad.
Oh boy, you didn't see one there.
That he saw
1, 2. You're gonna call there's only 2 here. They've entered in with the spike. Oh no.
It's Magnum to catch a jump on him, but Chronicle with double trades. Keeping the numbers favored, keeping a bit of side control, forcing Shin into the open. He didn't want to leave Tamazi out to dry this time. Narrate doesn't either. Nice shot from the side, another. They keep peeking the up. Now they beat Tamazi. A mistake they might not live to regret. Double digits on the cards for KC in this of all rounds.
Holy hell. No, man, what are they doing, bro?
Yeah, they didn't leave him out to dry.
Got 2 on site, they call to go. But then they tank the ult, so then they take a 1-on-1, they give him a gun, and Chronicle does good to cover it up. Then this happens. That's a shot though. What's the second shot like? Oh wait, that was nice though. I'll give him that. That was great. Oh, they put the Yoro ult into this as well.
This time though, he came up big.
I mean, they focus so heavy on trying to avoid the op that they just went into a free pass and stack. And then the spacing was just off, because it was literally Chronicle and Durka on site and no one else for a little bit. And then Leo had to get in there.
They might expect that means the traps are towards B, but like we've said, setup changes. A side traps now.
We got to focus on this. So there is a loss bonus after this if they lose it. The money here is pretty good. These 2 are low, but these can drop.
Is taking a little bit of space of his own up through middle. This is going to be spotted by Martin any second now, maybe not. TP used, nobody spotted.
So he tried to. Okay, this looks a little bit odd, but he's trying to get seen by Alpha, right? And then hopefully they're close over towards B, and that he sees that he's over towards A, so they call to hit over towards B. But he's trying to predict that they're gonna fast call to rush B once he gets shown here, so he wants to be on B with his ult.
No kill for Shin, but they have the info that the A play is where it's coming in. Hunter's Fury burn.
Surprised he managed to live to tell the tale,
Dude,
unfortunately.
Martin's got to do a lot here. Whoa, okay, well, that's probably the round.
But Magnum's found a trade. And in the afterplant already, this is not
Here we go.
easier. Boaster starting to step up, start to see some life in the IGL's individual capabilities. But more importantly, just sticking it out, staying alive, and with the remaining 3.
Yeah, and these 2 have got to save, really, because Fnatic's money's out of control, and they've got to start focusing on their own money.
This almost has to be a save, but with the amount of finances that are still available for Fnatic, they're going to go hunting.
He's 25-6. 26-6.
That reveal is deadly too. It confirms the spot of Tamazi. There's players swarming up to move towards the spawn to catch him in nest. Although they won't get there in time.
He's 27-6, bro. He's
He's not interested.
He's fragging so heavy. There's been a lot of saving kills, but now he's actually gone on to the attack. He's just doing a lot of damage.
The round was already over, but a lot of them have just caused so much extra cost. Whatever stats you're going to be looking at the end of the game, I think.
Fnatic's going to have to give him a pay raise after.
I mean, the guy is 27 and 60. A pay rise is most certainly warranted. The guy has them in a backpack. And yeah, like you say, Tom, that's not 27 impact kills. Maybe in terms of the economy, there was some impact.
What he says, then have to give him a pay rise.
If the funny thing is, if they lose this map, there'll be some scoreboard warriors somewhere going, free Leo, get him out of here. Out of here. But that's the thing. Right now, it is looking like everything's coming up Fnatic.
Yeah, it's a disaster money-wise.
6 rounds of the last
They get their
7,
first
solo
rounds,
round for the
and they
defensive
lose
side.
the
And that's
next.
thing, this composition, it was run by GX, but a lot of what they were doing
Smushy
were
FPS, thank you so much. A whole year as well.
aggressive
Thank you for the
plays
support.
When they played versus Fnatic. They were pushing down
When did
mid,
Mini come back?
had
Mini's
the
been there the whole time in
combinations
terms of
purple
assistant
team,
coach,
basically
but
just playing the most
he
insane
hasn't flown
crossfires,
out
and Fnatic
until
themselves even admitted
last
that
week.
they just
So he was
weren't able
there
to hit their shots
for
versus
last week, and he's there
Whether
for all
that
the
was
playoffs.
because GX were too good or because they had a bad day, who knows? Nonetheless, the defensive side is looking.
he's been there the whole
KC.
time
That
helping
is
the
one of
team.
problems of this composition, especially
But he just
with
hasn't
Mazzy
actually been in Berlin.
having some trouble. Now this round again, it has a few pieces that could do
Yeah, a
damage.
lot of setting up the
Bulldog,
jet knives on this one. We've got a
more importantly,
Bulldog to
the
back
play
it up
zone.
as well.
Other than that,
And they have taken a good amount of
massively
space, but that
driving
spots one, and then do they insta-react over towards A? It looks like the most likely
Playstorm
call.
spotted on aggression. They moved to the other side. This was the plan all along. A site hit out of Fnatic. Two
Wait out the
presence.
util, and then we can go with this one.
Coaster's got a little setup for us. Is there a snake bite lineup coming through? It looks like it.
I've enjoyed this from KCorp though. They've done very good to like deny the hit. We had the drone, and the drone went out. We got a smoke with a molly. Then the recon etc. went out as well, and we had the recon behind, which means they have the 180. Like this has been nice from KCorp.
KC start to think maybe it's a B play. Maybe they should be rotating back in the other direction and leaving A.
Yeah, and they feel like they denied A so heavy that now they go for the B stack.
A little bit of a different setup.
And honestly,
I think they're just gonna
I
all
don't
walk
blame
through
them
this
for this.
door.
It's probably
Clearing it now
most
with their
likely
knife.
what you would
Close
think
is
the
clear.
call would be,
They
but
can make their
both
way
just
to
kind
the
of own
side.
this a
The
little bit.
only danger is Magnum tucked in this corner, but they're very aware of it. And there's going to be a lot of players coming from the other angle. The boxes
Yeah,
might
they were
protect them,
really on
but
top of it. This is a
turning
great
back
call
to
from
post
Boaster
as well.
here. And no one overheared.
Theories,
Everyone was just
it has
fully
to be
chill
huge
on
risk,
this.
and with
This
the
was
fact that
very
Fnatic
nice
just
round.
drops all noise,
Radium65 with the
rotates
Prime. Thank you so much for the 10 months as well.
the entire
Adulti as
defense
well
in the other
with the
direction.
14
Now
months.
Alpha's
Thank you
just
so much
looking
for the
to try
same
and
thing,
pad
bro.
those
Appreciate the
stats a
Prime.
little bit. No orbs to be gained, but even still, Fnatic are most certainly back in this second half. I didn't think we'd be seeing anytime soon this scoreline equalize, but it does look like that's where we're heading. Unless Narrate has something to say about it. Again, he's still the only player with anything really to play with. Does manage to get himself one extra, and even still, he's not going to be able to kill off Leo. The man is invulnerable.
We get it back
He
to
just will not die.
10-10, but they have a lot of
10-10.
money. They must be able to
Fnatic
afford
doing
an
it
op,
again.
right? I think I saw
And
some
I
of
want
it
to see
too.
what KC have got to try and respond to this.
It's again just baffling how I somehow find myself like a fish going back to the front of the bowl. And it seems new every time. For Fnatic, just yesterday we saw them make those comebacks. You even referenced it. You said, I don't think it'll be the same here. And to be honest, thinking back, first half yesterday, Liquid was kind of dominating individually. Trust my calls.
That's his
He
calls.
goes out
Damn.
there. And this is the reality, though. When you're
Taking
in a
over.
situation where Fnatic are consistently able to make these comebacks happen. Up against Koi, up against Liquid, now against KC. I mean, the other
Was
two
that-
you can
was that
excuse
his
as
round?
teams that are not in their
Impressive.
stride, not hitting their stride. I don't know how you make that excuse for KC. Boaster.
Who's next?
Snakebite will give away his position. It's fired off, and they know exactly what's
And
going
they
on.
hear the Euro
They're
close though. Euro decided to make some sound here, so Boaster can't send it. We got an ult with the ult, but we don't get anything from it. Hey, honestly, KCorp will take that as a win. I know they lost the site, but that's like a combo that should get him a kill. So they survive with 5 alive. That's a big win.
So I guess Leo just, with utmost confidence, just blind fires
They,
into the place
dude, they
he
have
lost,
nothing
saw
to
a couple
retake
of
really.
players,
They have a jet dash,
done
but
a little bit of extra damage. The main
Where's
worry
Boaster?
though is just those post plants. Like how far away a couple of the Fnatic players are. You've still got a fragment available. Dirk is already going to pick off one. He's
What
the
the?
bodyguard. they've got a backup plan that they might not even need. He's still up close, just looking to try and finally get out of there, but there's Boaster on the lurk, a second
Yeah,
kill already
respect,
coming up
man.
for him.
This was a nice played round, and they know they're a little bit slow on this. But it's also just, man, I'm telling you, that combo is a free round win. You can't, so hard to lose it. Durka did great on site here, though. They had a small chance, KCorp, for this, but Durka just wrecked it.
It is just the consistency is mind-boggling. God, the day they figure out their first halves, it's all over.
You know, like the race at the end of Incredibles, where he's like not really running, and then he goes, no, go, and he just runs out in front of everybody.
It's been a long time since I've
It's
seen
like
Incredibles.
the little son who's like really
Dash or
fast.
something, yeah.
Basically, he does like a school race, and he's intentionally losing, and then just sprints past everyone, and then finishes second on purpose. That's what Fnatic feel like right now. It just seems like every time in that first half of the first map, it's like they're just trying to stroll their way through.
Durka was practicing that flash in the servers.
Yeah. And then it's almost like
Keeper, hello, mate.
a big red button, and everybody just switches on. A completely different team arrives.
Thomas Cook in, yeah, dude. Dude, that's a good film, though.
Weak.
That is a
Again,
banging
the
film.
focal point being narrate.
Sliggy flash on that one, honestly, yeah.
Weapon that they can
We'll say
use.
that
Of
much.
course, we've spoken about the stingers with this team, but on this map,
They gotta eco this as well. Pressure over towards B. B's been a bit of a struggle for them, though. B can't be feeling too comfortable, and do they want to throw that in here against the eco to make it look like they can go B and then they go against A on the buy rounds? Would make a lot of sense. Trying to hit B when it's weak.
Players through this angle now to clear all their bases. Magnum, Stinger in hand to Mazzy, nothing to work with because he's been domed out by Alpha.
Oh my goodness, Magnum's been util dumped.
45 HP, I'm not believing in this one. Let's see how much the Stinger can do, and it's absolutely
Poor
nothing.
guy,
Not getting
bro.
a rate. Same position almost, manages to find one.
Knight's already dead.
And there you go.
It's so nice when Alpha gets the op out.
On the operator, dishing out
Yeah,
exactly
I like that they give him
what he
more
was dealt
freedom. It's
earlier.
good.
2 versus 4, almost no chance, and somehow, and I really mean, like beyond my comprehension, we are at a 12-10 score line.
Yeah, I mean, they got one round on
Fnatic.
defense.
They were 9-3 down at the half. I'm perplexed for other teams.
Don't you dare. Okay, he doesn't know.
Whoa.
He does
There we go.
That's
Didn't imagine it.
literally the worst spot he could have
Well, they
chipped
gave him
over
an
to.
op.
Shin's gonna get himself an operator. I don't know how long he's gonna get to
Well,
keep
there
it,
goes
though,
the
'cause
op.
Chronicle is so quick at his tail. Martin now hoping that he can maybe grab a gun from this. Other than that, it would be going down to the spike, and instead he's just going to go down to Chronicle.
Pick it up.
Online, 12 and 10 for Fnatic. They have dropped just a singular round when it comes to this attack side of Breeze. They have been utterly dominant.
And this is a big round for
Now they just look
Fnatic
to
here
put
because
the
they've
cherry on top of
at
the
least
icing on top of the cake.
make it look like they want to
Just
go B
pause
some
this game
rounds.
after the first half
But
and
actually,
ask
they've been
anyone
hitting A
who's
all the
taking
time.
this. I guess the Fnatic fans would still say Fnatic. They've been here before. They know. Hey, you got to give them respect.
Leo probably smarter than me right now anyway.
You might be right, Minnie. I think Leo's smarter.
Leo's-
himself.
dude, is
28 to
Leo
6, you heard
calling all of
earlier
this?
saying, trust my calls.
2 chances. Is Leo calling right now?
Semi-leading.
What's going on here?
Certainly leading when it comes to frags, and well, with 1 round left to go,
Hey,
KC have got to feel pretty rough. They need to
he's
find
losing
2.
when it comes to death.
Double what they've got so far. Hey, he's losing when it comes to that. That's true, unless it's a golf score, which I think often is how you would look at it. Okay, now listen, Durka has an opportunity on this Yoru. Make his way right up. The gate crash. Oh no, the gate crash isn't in play. Never mind.
Look at the aggressive position, though. This was something attempted by Fnatic and worked out successfully. You can see, though, that
Well.
Chronicle is playing anti-flash. His only goal is to dodge that flash. He shoots, and he's going to go down.
Wait,
Nice
Leo?
work from the side of KC. Finally,
Vision block
some
of the
light at
wall.
end of
Okay,
a
fair
very
play.
dark tunnel.
That was a nice push from KCorp though. Dude, this is the kind of stuff that I wanted Fnatic to start doing on defense as well. This feels like if you give teams this much space, they're just dead. I like this.
Alpha looks to try and
Oh.
turn the tide, and Narrate has just taken
What an
over.
absolute round from Narrate. That was lovely, bro. Yeah, and it makes good use of the wall that goes deep over towards him.
To keep them in this map.
hell of a time to show up. I like the setup from KC as well, freeing them up to fight a little bit more towards that site because they've got their Viper's pit alongside a trap in play.
Isolated. Dude, they isolated Spike as well. He wants to flash there. Yeah, but the problem is he knows there's a wall behind, right? He knows there's a wall behind him, so if he gets a flash out, he could easily get caught. And unless he's playing anti-flash with the flash in hand, which could be a thing. Probably not, probably not going to go great. Okay, one chance left.
Look to repeat the success they've had time and time again here on the attack.
A completely abandoned B site. Maybe realizing how much Fnatic has been able to find an opener there. Just almost.
I mean, I think they're on top of the fact that they don't like B. They've only gone B really against the eco, and they even lost one of those against an eco.
Being able to clear a lot of these angles.
The thing is, at the moment as well, they have a KO. Well, we've got a bit of an anti-KO setup.
Fnatic are just trying to be a little bit patient, see if Alpha can find them any sort of information. For now, though, hasn't really seen a thing. Toxin screen down.
Be a very slow round out of him.
Yeah, the question is, like, when does Alpha go?
The door will be closed nonetheless. Taking that little bit longer rotation, push to the site. TP used up, plant.
Yeah, Alpha goes pretty early on this one. We've got Plant, we've got Viper to cover the left, and even though they're going down on site, I'm telling you, Alpha can win this round. It's a huge duel. Oh, dude, he got the shock on Bolster, so the ult goes down.
Fnatic to fight back through. The flash is good, but the kills don't come on the back of it. Counter flashes, Hunter's Fury, tagging them up and dropping them. This is KC fighting back, but Durka and Alpha, they have other ideas. 4 kills already for Magnum. The IGL needs an ace to take it across the line, and Durka's the man
He's flashing himself.
him
Okay, huge, man. Alpha and Durka at the end here. Yeah, Leo did great, man. Sounds like he took over the calling with a lot of this as well. We got 2 bits of comms of him doing it. Him and then him and then Minnie just saying that there's no point in calling a timeout because Leo's got a better read right now.
Leo 28-8 after a 24-round game.